Hi again, everybody. Welcome back to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today, March 3rd, we have our vocabulary test. Every month we have 10 sentences for you, and some words are missing, and you have to try to choose which one or ones best fit the blank. Shall I begin?
Sure.
Or would you like to?
I can do it. I'll start. Number 1, the salesperson is very impatient and always rushes customers to make a blank. So the salesperson is the one who's selling you the thing in the store. To be impatient means that they can't wait very long. They just need it to happen now. And if you rush somebody, you kind of push them into doing it. Are you going to buy it now? Bruce, buy this thing. Hey, the price is so-and-so. Pull out your wallet. And customers are the people who buy things. So that's, I don't know. It's not a great way to be a salesperson, but it sometimes works. So, also they sometimes get paid on commission. Anyways, what are they trying to make? What are they trying to get the customers to make? Are they trying to get them to make toast? Well, then we can't have and also you don't make toast in a store. Are they trying to get them to make a choice? Yes, they're trying to get them to select something and buy it. If you make a spell, which is C, it means that you create a set of words that has a magical effect on something, which in most stores are not this kind of store. I would say none of them. And then a festival is a celebration, and a customer isn't going to make a festival right there in the store. So choose B. The salesperson is very impatient and always rushes customers to make a choice.
好，所以这个销售人员呢，他非常的 impatient， 就是不耐烦，就缺乏耐性的意思。他很没有耐性，很不耐烦，而且呢，他总是 rushes customers to rush somebody to do something， 就是在催促别人，催促某人做某事。所以他在这里催促这个客人呢，赶快要干嘛呢？要 make a， 我们要选什么呢？我们正确答案要选B, make a choice， 就是要客人赶快做决定，要不要买赶快做决定，那就催促他们。所以正确答案是 choice。那我们看其他选项。好，第一个 toast， 你如果把它想成面包的话，那就不能加 A， 你不能讲 make a toast， 没有这种说法，要 make toast。那另外呢，其实 toast 可以有另外一个意思，你可以说 make a toast to somebody， 那就是表示向某人敬酒那敬酒的意思。所以虽然这个字有可能可以这样用，但是意思不对，所以我们不要选这个。那 C spell 是魔咒，那通常英文不会说 make a spell， 会讲 cast a spell on somebody， 用 cast C-A-S-T， 所以这 collocation 跟意义都不对，它的字词搭配跟意义都不对。那 D festival 是一个节庆，通常也不会讲 make a festival， 你可以这个 organize a festival 你可以 hold a festival， 你可以 have a festival 但是呢不会讲说 make a festival， 所以意义跟 collocation 跟这个字词搭配都不对，所以我们要选 make a choice， 答案是 B。
Number 2, these pants blank in the wash, and I can't zip them up anymore. Our choices are A, shrank, B, fainted, C, gossiped, or D, multiplied. So if you use a washing machine and you put your pants in there, the only one of the choices that has to do with material that is being washed would be A, shrank, which is the past tense of shrink, S-H-R-I-N-K. And that can happen if you, say, use warm water instead of cold water. Some materials will shrink. They'll become smaller. Pants cannot faint, gossip, or multiply.
Thank goodness.
And I must say this, I would never use this sentence because my pants don't shrink. They stay the same size, but my stomach gets bigger. That's why I can't zip them up. So choose A. These pants shrank in the wash, and I can't zip them up anymore.
This sentence tells me that, well, I know the culprit now. Yeah, it's the water. The reason why my pants don't fit.
So one of the people in this room is being very honest, and one person in the room is being the opposite.
我们刚才开玩笑这个我说呢所以现在我裤子穿下去太紧原来都是水的问题，都是因为缩水了那当然开玩笑了 好，所以呢 these pants 这个事实上在这里 these pants 可能也是一双长裤，它不一定是很多双长裤，很多条长裤哈。
Yeah, we don't always say a pair of pants.
对，所以 these pants 可能就是一条长裤啊。所以呢，这一条长裤呢怎么样？当然要选 shrank， 就是缩水啊。In the wash 就是洗的时候呢就缩水了。然后呢 I can't zip them up 就是变得太小了，没有办法穿起来了，穿的时候没有办法把拉链拉起来了 anymore 再也不能把拉链拉好了。所以答案选的是 A。那 B, C, D 都不可能跟长裤一起使用那像 fainted 是昏倒的意思长裤怎么会昏倒呢？那 gossiped 是八卦长裤如果会讲八卦的话那是很恐怖的你家里的事情别人通通会知道那 multiplied 是增加或者是繁殖的意思to increase the number of 叫做 multiply， 那也可以表示繁殖但在这里长裤自己也不会繁殖所以 B, C, D 都不对，我们选 A。
Number 3.Mary is an something kind of worker, a blank worker. That is, she is able to finish tasks successfully without wasting time. There are clues. She can do things well and she doesn't mess about. She gets them done on time. What kind of worker is that? Is it an awkward, an efficient, an anxious, or an educational worker?Trying not to make a joke about professors here. Obviously, the word that is most likely to talk about doing things successfully and without wasting time is B, efficient. So choose B. Mary is an efficient worker. That is, she is able to finish tasks successfully without wasting time.
好，所以 Mary 是一个怎么样呢？是一个 efficient 有效率的 worker 的一个工作的人不一定 worker 在这里不一定是工人这里指的是他是一个工作者，有效率的工作者，所以我们要选 efficient。 为什么呢？因为这句子后面讲到说 that is she is able to 她可以怎么样 finish tasks她可以完成任务 task 就是任务，这里是复数，而且 successfully 是很成功的完成任务 without wasting time 她不会浪费任何的时间成功的完成任务，所以呢她很有效率，答案是 B。 那A 选项 awkward 是笨拙的尴尬的，他如果很笨拙就不可能在不浪费时间的情况之下成功的完成任务，所以 A 不对。那 C anxious 焦急，如果你很焦虑的话通常也不见得能够成功的完成任务，所以 C 这个答案也不对。那 D educational 是教育的意思，那各位就背起来，教育制度叫做 educational system 所以呢这个答案虽然有educational 这个字不错，但是也不是我们的答案，我们要选的是 B, efficient.
Number 4. Bicycling is my favorite way to travel because it is good for one's health and it doesn't blank the air. Does it bother the air, tighten the air, murder the air, or pollute the air? Well, if it's good for your health, then it's probably good for everything else as well, like the planet.And if you're bicycling, that doesn't use any oil or gasoline to operate, so it doesn't blank the air. Well, of course, the answer must be D, pollute. You couldn't bother the air, tighten it, or murder it, so choose D. Bicycling is my favorite way to travel because it is good for one's health and it doesn't pollute the air.
Bicycling 就是指骑自行车这件事情，所以骑自行车是我My favorite way to travel 就是我最喜欢的旅行方式favorite 就是最喜欢的。那为什么呢？ Because it is good for one's health 因为它对健康很好and it doesn't 而且它不会，答案是 D, pollute 污染，它不会污染空气。好，我们选 D。 那其他选项我们看一下， A, bother 是烦扰或者干扰所以自行车不会干扰，不会去烦着空气，不知道什么意思，不对B, tighten 是把它绑紧束紧to make something tight or tighter 所以它会绑紧空气，这也不可能那 C, murder 是谋杀，这个很有趣，但是不可能是正确答案怎么谋杀空气呢？ How do you murder the air 所以不对，我们选 D, pollute.
Number 5. My sister is very tall.Her height gives her a big something, a big blank, over other players on the basketball court. We're talking basketball now. So if you're tall and you're playing basketball, what does that give you? A, an advantage, makes it easier for you to play the game than others? Or B, permission, does it allow you to play the game? Or C, exhibition. It allows you to show something off. Or D, responsibility. It means that now you have to take care of everybody else more. Obviously, our choice is A, advantage. My sister is very tall. Her height gives her a big advantage over other players on the basketball court.
好，所以呢 my sister 啊，就是不知道是姐姐还是妹妹哈，非常的高。那她的 height， 她的高度呢 gives her 给她一个 big 一个很大的什么东西。那 over 啊，这个是很重要的线索，因为这个 over 就是比别人多的意思，好，所以通常是一个负面一个正面的东西，好，所以 gives her a big 我们要选 A advantage over other people， 所以给她一个很大的优势啊，对其他人来讲她是一个大优势啊，就她比其他人还要好的一个优势啊。那在哪里有优势呢？ On the basketball court， 在篮球场上啊，所以我们选 advantage。那 B permission， 你可以 give somebody permission to do something 啊，但是你不会说 give somebody 通常不会讲 a permission， 不用加，不能数，而且 permission 后面也不会有一个 over， 所以这个答案不对啊。那 C exhibition 是展览，给他一个大展览，那很好笑，不知道什么意思。那给他一个 big responsibility 也可以哈，那听起来是可以，但是通常 responsibility 后面也不会加 over 啊，你常常可以说 it's our responsibility to do something 啊，那比较对，所以在这里意思用法都不对 ，responsibility 不能选，我们选 advantage。
All right, let's look at number 6. Stress can be caused by our physical condition and blank factors such as anger, worry, sorrow, or fear. Stress is another word for pressure, and whether you're students or workers, you will probably meet or encounter pressure or stress at some time. Now, it can be caused by our physical condition that has, maybe you're too tired. There's something wrong with your body or your physical system that can cause stress. That's possible. And blank factors, other factors, such as anger, worry, sorrow, or fear, can also cause stress. So what do we need here in the blank? Innocent factors, religious factors, emotional factors, or humorous factors? Well, we have examples of the factors here. Anger, worry, sorry, or fear. Those are emotions or feelings. So, of course, the answer will be C. It has nothing to do with innocence or religion or humor, so choose emotional. Stress can be caused by our physical condition and emotional factors such as anger, worry, sorrow, or fear.
好，所以我们看到这个题目，它 stress 就是压力，好 ，can be caused by， 它可以被由什么造成呢？由我们的 physical condition， 就是身体的状况所造成，或者是什么样的 factors。好，那后面一个 such as， 所以这个什么样的 factors， 它举例，例如说 anger 这个愤怒哈，或者是 worry 担心 sorrow 悲伤，还有 fear 啊，或者是 fear 或者是恐惧，那这些都是什么呢？都是心理因素，都是情绪上的因素，所以我们要选 C emotional 这才对啊。那我们看看其他选项 A innocent， 好 innocent factors， well I don't think you can find a factor that is innocent， 因为它既然是个因素的话，它就不是 innocent。
好乖，
好乖，
Yeah.
啊，所以不可能，因为 innocent 是无辜的意思，你不会有什么无辜的因素哈，所以它既然是因素，它就不可能是无辜的哈，所以 A 不能选哈。然后呢 ，B religious 宗教的因素，但是后面 anger, worry, sorrow, fear 这都不是宗教的因素，所以这个也不对。D humorous 是幽默的，那当然 anger, worry, sorrow 跟这个 fear 都不是什么幽默的情绪，所以都不对。我们选 C emotional， 他们都是 emotional factors 心理因素、情绪因素。
Number 7. In most parts of the world, the blank life expectancy for women is higher than that for men. So the life expectancy is how long you expect to live. But if we're talking about groups, then we're not talking about individual lifespans. We're talking about the group lifespan. And so that's the clue for figuring out what word do we want. Because we're not talking about an extra life expectancy. We're not talking about something added. We're talking about the B average life expectancy. If you add up all the lifespans of all the women in the group, and then you divide it by the number of women in the group, that's the basic way of doing an average. So you can find out the usual length of life for women in that group. Now, if the government reports this, then it becomes the official life expectancy because it's made official by a government announcement. Immediate means right now. And so your immediate life expectancy will change massively if there's a gun pointed at you, but we're not talking about the immediate or the right now life expectancy for women as a group. So choose B. In most parts of the world, the average life expectancy for women is higher than that for men.
好，所以在世界的大多数的地方 in most parts of the world 的什么 life expectancy 好 life expectancy 就是这个寿命好，那刚刚这个 Angela 是一直用另外一个同义字 lifespan 好 SPAN 好 lifespan 它跟 life expectancy 意思差不多。好，那通常我们讲到这 life expectancy 通常就是讲平均寿命，所以 the average life expectancy 是一个很常见的一个组合，一个字词组合啊，是一个很常见的 chunk 啊，所以呢我们正确答案就选 average 平均寿命。好，那这个题目的意思在全世界大多数的地方女性的平均寿命呢 is higher than 都比较高 than that，这个 that 用来代替前面出现过的名词，也就是 the average life expectancy for men， 所以女性的平均寿命是高于男性的，所以我们要选 B average。 那其他选项我们看一下 A extra 就是 additional 就是额外的，好，没有什么额外的寿命，好，这个通常不会这样讲。那 C official 是正式的官方的正式的官方的这个寿命，那个也不知道什么意思。那 D immediate 是立即的，立即的寿命也很怪。那 immediate 通常我们讲 to give an immediate reply REPLY 就立刻回复，这是用 immediate， 这个是 immediate 的常见用法，所以在这里它也不合，意思也不对，好，所以我们要选 average the average life expectancy。
Number 8.Over the years, this artist's paintings have been highly blank for their combination of Chinese and Western cultural elements. Our choices here: A. Repaired, B. Stretched, C. Claimed, or D. Praised. So we have an artist, a painter, who can combine or contrast maybe Chinese and Western cultural elements.People who look at the artist's paintings think about the paintings as highly blank for their combination of Chinese and Western cultural elements. The only word that works here is, of course, D, praised, have been praised. That means people who look at the paintings like them and say nice things about them and maybe even buy them.Paintings won't be highly repaired or stretched to make them longer or bigger. You can't do that. Or claimed. That doesn't make sense. So definitely choose the paintings have been praised, highly praised. Over the years, this artist's paintings have been highly praised for their combination of Chinese and Western cultural elements.
好，所以 over the years 这么些年来这一位艺术家他的 paintings 他的画作 have been highly 怎么样？那通常的画作大概人家都是对他这个评价很高，受到高度的赞赏，所以我们要选 D praised have been highly praised for 为什么被赞赏呢 ？Because of 为什么呢？因为他这个 there 就是 paintings 这些画作的 combination， 他们结合了中国还有西方的 cultural elements 就是文化的元素 elements 就是元素。好，那所以正确答案就用 praised。 我们看看其他选项 A repaired 英文没有这种 collocation 不会说这个 highly repaired 这个很奇怪那 stretched 这个字呢是伸展的意思你可以 stretch your arms and legs但是你说这个画作如何被伸展呢？一伸展就破了，所以不对。C claimed 是宣称那 highly claimed 这个组合在英文里面也是不常见，很奇怪所以我们要选 praised something has been highly praised for 因为什么因素。
Well, interestingly enough here, if we had AC in front of claimed, it would work. They've been highly acclaimed, which means praised, but we don't have the AC.
所以 claim 如果是另外一个字 acclaimed 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 那就可以了，因为 to be highly acclaimed 意思也是受到高度的赞赏，在这里它不是 acclaimed 它是 claimed 所以不对。
Number 9. A plane with 200 passengers blank was delayed on the ground for 1 hour because of engine trouble. So this blank, is it about passengers or was it about being delayed? Let's look at our choices. We have A, aboard, B, indoors, C, upstairs, and D, overseas. Okay, so our choices are all about location, so we're talking about where the passengers are. Well, aboard means on a transportation vessel, so almost certainly we're going to choose aboard. I mean, indoors is true, but are they indoors in the terminal or indoors on the plane? So no. And upstairs means they're on the second floor, which most planes don't have. And overseas is probably where they're going. So anyways, choose A, aboard. A plane with 200 passengers aboard was delayed on the ground for 1 hour because of engine trouble.
好，所以呢，有一架飞机with 200 passengers 它有200个乘客，怎么样呢？好，那所以我们看到应该选 A， 因为 aboard 就是指在飞机上，在车上或者在船上，所以 a plane with 200 passengers aboard 意思就是搭载了200位乘客的一架飞机。好，那这样的一个飞机怎么样 was delayed 它受到延误了，这个延迟 on the ground 那它是还停在地面，所以这个飞机误点了。For 1 hour 它延误了1个小时，为什么呢？ Because of engine trouble 就是引擎的问题，所以我们要选 aboard。 那我们看看其他选项 B indoors 这个是在室内，你说一架飞机载了200个乘客在室内，那它就很奇怪那 B upstairs 就是在楼上，所以这个有200个乘客在楼上，那什么东西的楼上呢？根本讲不通。那 D overseas 在海外，他已经到海外去了，这个也很奇怪，所以 B, C, D 都不对，我们选 aboard。
Let me quickly say here about aboard. Be careful. A lot of students mix up abroad, overseas, and aboard, which means on, or you could think inside of a ship or a plane. All aboard to get onto a train, but abroad means overseas, far away. So be very careful when you use these two words.
好，这里要注意，很多人会搞错 aboard 跟 abroad 的差别。那各位其实可以这样去记board 是一块木板，所以 aboard 就是你到一个木板上面，你可以想象飞机船大的公车什么，它上面都有一块像板，因为就是有一个地板嘛，所以有一个板在那边，所以 aboard 就是在飞机上，在船上。那这个 broad B-R-O-A-D 本身是宽广的意思，宽阔的意思，所以 abroad 你到海外去了，是不是海外天空啦？这个海阔天空啦，没有人管得了你了，你一个人到海外去了，所以非常的宽广，所以 abroad 是在海外 aboard 是在飞机上那注意那个发音，一个是 aboard 一个是 abroad， broad 本来就是宽广的意思。
Okay, let's finish up now with number 10. Mandy easily gets bored with her daily blank. Therefore, she often takes up new hobbies to add color to her life. She has a daily A, necessity, B, character, C, routine, or D, technique. Well, if you get bored, you're tired of doing something, you do the same thing day after day. That would be a daily. The answer is C, routine is something that you are used to doing or that you have to do, whether you like it or not. There's no daily necessity except maybe to breathe and eat and sleep, but this is has nothing to do with how she feels about her life. Daily character doesn't work at all, and the daily technique, again, what are you talking about here? It doesn't make sense. Choose C. Mandy easily gets bored with her daily routine. Therefore, she often takes up new hobbies to add color to her life.
所以 Mandy 很容易就 gets bored with 就对什么感到厌烦，她很容易对什么感到厌烦呢？对于她的 daily routine 就是每天的例行公事会感到厌烦。好，所以答案是 C, routine。 那因此呢，她常常会 takes up new hobbies 就是培养新的嗜好， 可以用 takes up 来表示培养的意思啊。你可以 take up a hobby， 所以他常常培养新的嗜好，常常会有新的嗜好来干嘛呢？后面这个也可以学起来 to add color to her life， 就是为她的生活添加色彩，这个中文英文都有这种说法啊。好，那我们看看其他选项。 A necessity 啊，那如果是复数的话 daily necessities 常用来指生活的必需品啊，所以在这里不对，你不会对生活的必需品感到厌烦嘛啊。那 B character 是角色或者性格，好，没有什么 daily character 哈，这不知道什么意思。好，那 D technique 是技术哈，daily technique 每天的技术，这个也不知道什么意思，所以 A、B、D 都不对，我们选 C。好 ，She gets bored with her daily routine。
All right, that's it for today. Hope you learned something and had a good time. We'll be back with you again tomorrow. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.